tonight. Yeah, I'll always shake my window, sweet seducing sighs. Get me out into the nighttime, for walls won't hold me tonight. If this town is just an apple, then let me take a bite. If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does it do it that way? If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does it do it that way? Reaching out, touch a stranger. Electric eyes are everywhere. See that girl, she knows I'm watching. She likes the way I stare. If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does it do it that way? If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does it do it that way? I like living this way. I like loving this way. That way. Looking out across the morning, the city's heart begins to beat. Reaching out, I touch her shoulder. I'm dreaming of the street. If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do it that way? If they say why, tell them why does he do it that way? If they say why, does he do it that way? If they say just why, tell them does he do it that way? If they say why, tell them does he do it that way? They say just does he do it that way? I like living this way.
Learn with me, Drew Garby. We're back, baby. Yeah, it's me, Drew Garby. And you're listening to Paper Moon Radio and the show Learn with me, Drew Garby. Yeah, it's Thursday, 11:04. Weather is not so bad outside. For those of you who don't know, the past 2 weeks I have been doing pre-recorded episodes, real ones now. But this is live. I am actually speaking to you live, perhaps with a bit of a delay. But anyway, that was Human Nature by Michael Jackson. That's been a song that's been stuck in my head for probably the past 2 weeks. If you work with me, you have probably heard me go, why, probably several times, probably to the point of annoyance. But anyway, this week's kind of theme or vibe is just kind of songs I've been listening to and enjoying recently. I've had a pretty busy week or so now we're going to kind of dive into some stuff that I've been enjoying, because I find that that's always good when I'm feeling a little bit stressed or a little burnt out or a little spread thin, is to kind of, take a step back and kind of go into the things that I do enjoy and that I do love and I do find comfort in. So it's going to be a mishmash of stuff. I kind of tried to make it make sense. We'll see if it actually does make sense, but we'll just feel it out. We'll vibe it out. We're going to kick things off kind of on a post-punky note, maybe a bit punk. I don't know. Anyway, let's just dive into it, shall we? We're going to start with a classic. Listen to the drums on this one. It's going to be Message in a Bottle by The Police.
just want a lover like any other. What do I get? I only want a friend who stay to the end. What do I get? What do I get? Oh, what do I get? What do I get? Oh, what do I get? I'm in distress, I need a caress. What do I get? I'm a maker, I just need a break. What do I get? What do I get? Oh, what do I get? What do I get? Oh, what do I get? I only get sleepless nights alone here in my hospital bed. The interest in the town are dry. I wish that only happened to me instead. What do I get? Oh, what do I get? What do I get? Oh, what do I get? Like any other, what do I get? I only want a friend who love to the end. What do I get? What do I get? Oh, what do I get? What do I get? Oh, what do I get? Well, let me tell you now. What do I get? What do I get? you call your lover boy? Try it! Pick it up! Take them lights away! Try it! Pick it up! Won't put that knife away! Try it! Pick it up! Don't take your life away! Try it! Get it up! Won't throw your love away! Try it! Pick it up! Don't take my night away! Try it! Won't pick it up! Got to take them all away! Try it! Pick it up! Don't take my night away! Oh, try it! Whoa, whoa, my sweet baby, lady. Oh, oh, trash. Whoa, whoa, baby, you're the one. Try it, pick it up, take them lights away. Try it, won't pick it up, don't take my night away. Try it, pick it up, won't take them lights away. Try it, won't pick it up, don't take my night away. Oh, try it, don't take my night away. Oh, trash. Don't take my night away. Oh, trash. Don't take my night away. Oh, trash. I was saying let me out of here before I was even born. It's such a gamble when you get a face. It's fascinating to observe what the mirror does, but when I die it's for the wall that I've set a place. I belong to the blank generation and I can take it or leave it each time. Well, I belong to the generation, but I can take it or leave it each time. Triangles are falling at the window as the doctor cursed. He was a cartoon long forsaken by the public eye. The nurse suggested her daughter that I breathe my first. The doctor grabbed my throat and yelled, God's consolation prize. I belong to the blank generation and I can take it or leave it each time. Well, I belong to the generation, but I can take it or leave it each time. Take it. To hold the TV to my lips, they're so packed with cash. And carry up flights of stairs and drop it in the vacant lot. To lose my train of thought and fall into your arms tracks and watch beneath my eyelids every passing dot. I belong to the blank generation and I can take it or leave it each time. Well, I belong to the generation, but I can take it or leave it each time. I belong to the blank generation and I can take it or leave it each time. Well, I belong to the generation, but I can take it or leave it each time.
hesitating.
Marquee Moon by Television. Before that, I played The Blank Generation, Richard Hell. Before that, Trash by the New York Dolls. Bastards of Young, The Replacements, and of course, What Do I Get? Buzzcocks. Yeah, you know I had to do it to you. You know I had to play a 10-minute song. I'm very sorry, but also that song is fantastic and is a song I kind of rediscovered in the past couple weeks. It was something that I used to listen to a lot in college, but sometimes you find something and you realize, you know what, I was cooking when I liked that one, and they were cooking when they made that one, and they certainly were cooking in the studio when they made Marquee Moon. It is a long song, but I like how it kind of starts out, obviously with the first couple verses, and they're kind of about, starting at one point and kind of ending at the same point that you started at. And then the song kind of goes on this kind of epic little guitar solo and journey, and then only to end up right back where it started. And with the first verse, I think just the overall sort of way that song is built is genius, and also just the musicianship behind it was incredible. They were very much a very talented band, and they'd been playing live for years before that, and they recorded that in one take, so obviously they were very talented. But to kind of go into what we're going to go into next, we're going to get a little sadder here for a little bit, and then maybe start gyrating, because you know what, that's life. It's sadness, and then sometimes it's so back. It starts so over, and then we're so back, and we're gonna focus on that trend. We're gonna start it out with Grupo Indio. We're gonna do Herida de Amor. I hope you enjoy this little segment here. Yeah, and I'll see you on the other side.
Dolor de amor, tu adiós me dio Cariño que perdí nunca más regresará, porque no la merecí, porque no le supe dar un poquito de mi vida. Cuando yo la vi partir, no la supe detener. Hoy me apena este sufrir y ya no podré vivir si es que ya no vuelvo a verla. Cuántas veces una lágrima le vi rodando de sus ojos, cuántas veces su sonrisa disipó lo cruel de mis enojos. El cariño que perdí nunca más regresará, porque no la merecí, porque no le supe dar un poquito de mi vida. Cuántas veces una lágrima le vi rodando de sus ojos, cuántas veces su sonrisa disipó lo cruel de mis enojos. El cariño que perdí nunca más regresará, porque no la merecí, porque no le supe dar un poquito de mi vida. El cariño que perdí nunca más regresará. Tu recuerdo hoy ha venido a mí, una gran emoción sentí, porque fue, si todo pasó desde el día aquel, nunca más volvió. Tú quizás no te acuerdes de mí, pero hoy en mi mente estás. No te olvidaré, aunque hoy enamorado de otra esté, y te llevaré aquí en un rinconcito de mi corazón. En mi vida siempre habrá un minuto para ti. No te olvidaré, porque tú, mi gran recuerdo será. No te olvidaré, aunque hoy enamorado de otra esté, y te llevaré aquí, en un rinconcito de mi corazón, en mi vida siempre habrá para ti. No te olvidaré porque tú, mi gran recuerdo serás.
Que se quede el infinito sin estrellas o que pierda el ancho mar su inmensidad, pero el negro de tus ojos que no muera y el canela de tu piel se quede igual. Si perdiera el arco iris su belleza y las flores su perfume, su color, no sería tan inmensa mi tristeza como aquella de quedarme sin tu amor. Me importas tú, y tú, y tú, y solamente tú, y tú, y tú. Me importas tú, y tú, y tú, y nadie más que tú. Ojos negros, piel canela, que me llegan a desesperar. Me importas tú, y tú, y tú, y solamente tú, y tú, y tú. Me importas tú, y tú, y tú, y nadie más que tú.
Ojos negros, piel canela, que me llegan a desesperar.
Me importas tú, y tú, y tú, y solamente tú, y tú, y tú. Me importas tú, y tú, y tú, y nadie más que tú.
Contentos todos están bailando cumbia, cumbia del sol. las pelirrojas. De una pelirrojita, era en el jardín de Dios la rosa más bonita. Con ella yo soñé la más grande ilusión, entre sus brazos encontré cariño, aunque de mí se fue y nunca más volvió, aunque quisiera yo jamás la olvido. De una pelirrojita, era en el jardín de Dios la rosa más bonita. Con ella yo soñé la más grande ilusión, entre sus brazos encontré cariño, aunque de mí se fue y nunca más volvió, aunque quisiera yo jamás la olvido. Con ella yo soñé la más grande ilusión, entre sus brazos encontré cariño, aunque de mí se fue y nunca más volvió, aunque quisiera yo jamás la olvido. Para ti, pelirrojita.
That was Cozumel by Los Sonors. Before that, I played La Pelirroja, Los Golden Boys, Baila Mi Cumbia, Los Sepulturos y Dulce Rosario, Cumbia de Sol, Carmen Riviero y su conjunto, Piel Canela, Eddie Gourmet y Los Panchos, A Tu Recuerdo, Los Ángeles Negros, and of course, El Cariño que Perdí, con banda Los Freddys. I apologize for my Spanish there. It's not very good. I think you can tell, but yeah, the reason for this is largely due to... Oh, there's an airplane flying over the sky. I don't know if you can hear that right now. But anyway, the reason sort of for this was I did go to a cumbia show within the past month. This past month's kind of been a blur, but it kind of sparked my interest in cumbia a little bit, and I'd been listening to some, kind of oldies originally, sort of those first couple songs and some of their other songs as well, just because they kind of just have this, they get it. They have this good, not good, I mean this sad vibe, but it's just so good. I don't know how else to describe it. The way they sing, just that little organ that always plays, it's just fantastic. And cumbia, of course, I mean, it gets the hips gyrating. I mean, what else could I want in a song? Yeah, so we're gonna shift course again here, a completely different vibe. We're gonna go across the pond, and we're gonna go listen to some Britpop. I'm not a huge fan of Britpop, but I've been listening to some Britpop bands recently, and maybe singing one of them at karaoke. If you know, you know. Yeah, we're gonna start it off with a band that I found because I bought a tape from them in San Diego the other week. We're gonna start with So Easy by the heard of them before this point, but hope you enjoy.
Would you like to be
when I need you. Alone on an airplane, falling asleep against the window pane. My blood will thicken. I need to wash myself again, to hide all the dirt and pain, 'cause I'd be scared that there's nothing underneath. Who are my real friends? Have they all got the bends? Am I really sinking? They're slow. Baby's got the bends. I know. We don't have any real friends. No, no, no. Just lying about with the drip fit on, talking to my girlfriend, waiting for something to happen. I wish it was the 60s, I wish we could be happy. I wish that something would happen. Where do I go from here? The planet is a gun in the sea of fear. And where are you? Brought in the CIA, the tanks and the whole Marines to blow me away, to blow me sky. Baby's got the to my girlfriend, waiting for something to happen. I wish it was the 60s, I wish we could be happy. I wish that something would. Coming out of weird, where are you now? When I need you. It's a bittersweet symphony that's live, trying to make ends meet. You're a slave to money, then you die. I'll take you down the only road I've ever been down.
She said the brains I had went to my head. Step outside, 'cause summertime's in bloom. Stand up beside the fireplace. Take that look from off your face, 'cause you ain't ever gonna burn my heart out. So Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as she's walking on by. My soul slides away, but don't look back in anger. I heard you say. So Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as we're walking on by. Her soul slides away, but don't look back in anger. I heard you say. So Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as she's walking on by. My soul slides away, but don't look back in anger. Don't look back in anger. I heard you say.
That was Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis. Before that, I played Bittersweet Symphony. Before that was The Bends, Radiohead. Before that, The Drowners, The London Suede, or Suede. And then, I already mentioned the Candy Skins. So I think I should elaborate a little bit more on sort of my relationship with Britpop. I don't have a problem with Britpop itself. I have a problem with, I guess, the British music press. I was sort of thinking about this over while the music was playing. Basically, Britpop killed shoegaze. Shoegaze was sort of the darling of the British music press in the early 90s, and then Britpop came along, and they all kind of threw shoegaze by the wayside, basically demoralized, and wrote some pretty nasty stuff about a lot of the shoegaze bands at that time, particularly Slow Dive. Which, as you may know, is a band that I very much love. And I guess I sometimes kind of let those feelings affect my feelings about Britpop. But, much love to the Britpoppers out there. Yeah, and I also bought tickets to see a certain film called The Odyssey next month. So catch me in Los Angeles watching The Odyssey on film. It's going to be great. Shout out Christopher Nolan. He's got some heat. He definitely sometimes loses me, but you know what? We'll see what he's able to do with The Odyssey. So for this next little section here, we're going to get into sort of some dad rock, particularly live performances of dad rock. We're going to start it off with a classic, a cover of Marvin Gaye. It's going to be "Don't Do It" by the band. Enjoy, and particularly, again, listen to the drumming on this one.
At least not today.
Early one morning while making the rounds, I took a shot of cocaine and I shot my woman down. I went right home and I went to bed. I stuck at 1144 beneath my head. Got up next morning and I grabbed that gun. Took a shot of cocaine and away I run. Made a good run, but I run too slow. They overtook me down in Juarez, Mexico. Laid in the hot joints, taking the pill. In walked the sheriff from Jericho Hill. He said, Willie Lee, your name is not Jack Brown. You're the dirty hack that shot your woman down. Said, yes, oh yes, my name is Willie Lee. If you've got a warrant, just to read it to me. Shot her down because she made me slow. I thought I was her daddy, but she had 5 more. When I was arrested, I was dressed in black. They put me on a train and they took me back. Had no friend for to go my bail. They slapped my died carcass in that county jail. Early next morning, about 9:30, I spied a sheriff coming down the line. Up then he coughed as he cleared his throat. He said, come on, you dirty hack, into that district court. Into the courtroom my trial began, where I was handled by 12 honest men. Just before the jury started out, I saw that little judge commence to look about. In about 5 minutes in walked a man, holding the verdict in his right hand. The verdict read in the first degree. I hollered, Lordy, Lordy, have mercy on me. The judge, he smiled as he picked up his pen. 99 years in the Folsom pen. 99 years underneath that ground. I can't forget today I shut that bad bitch down. Come on, you gotta listen unto me. Lay off that whiskey and let that cocaine be.
These men have receptions, Matlock A50632 and Bat Shelter A39879. They have receptions.
Yeah.
I doubt that.
I don't believe you. You're a liar. Gratitude.
Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Nobody ever loved me like she does. Ooh, she does. Yes, she does. And if somebody loved me like she does, oh, she does. Yes, she does. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. I'm in love for the first time. Don't you know it's gonna last? It's a love that lasts forever. It's a love that has no past. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. And all this greasy godly blue jay go. Who she does. Yes, she does. I guess nobody ever really done me. Who she done me. She done me good. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down.
Don't let me down.
Time takes a cigarette, puts it in your mouth, pull on your finger, then another finger, then your cigarette. Well, the wall to wall is calling, it lingers, but still you forget. Oh, you're a rock and roll suicide. You're too young to lose it, but you're too old to lose it. And the clock waits so patiently on your song. Well, you walk past the cafe that you can't eat when you've lived too long. Oh, you're a rock and roll suicide. Now the ship breaks are snarling as you stumble across the room. day breaks instead, so you hurry home. Don't let the sunlight blast your shadow. Don't let the milk float bind your mind. They're so natural, religiously unkind. Oh no, love, you're not alone. You're watching yourself, but you're too unfair. You got your head all tangled up, but if I can only make you care. Oh no, love, you're not alone. No matter what or who you've been, no matter when or where you see, all the knives seem to lacerate your brain. I've had my share, now I'll help you with the pain. You're not alone. Just turn on with me, and you're not alone. Just turn on with me, and you're not alone. Just give me your hands, 'cause you're wonderful. I said, give me your hands, 'cause you're wonderful. Give me your hands, 'cause you're wonderful. Is you? Give me your hands, 'cause you're wonderful. Give me your hand. Give me your hands. Cause you're wonderful. Give me your hand. Cause you're wonderful, baby. Hey. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, we love you.
That was Rock and Roll Suicide by David Bowie. Before that I played Don't Let Me Down, The Beatles, Like a Rolling Stone, Bob Dylan, Cocaine Blues, Johnny Cash. So yeah, that was the last little bit of the segment here. Now we're just gonna, I don't know, chill and talk for a little bit while we wait for it's enough time for the last song to play. But to kind of go back into what we listened to, I mean, shout out Bob Dylan. As many of you know, I very much enjoy his work, but I do love that particular performance of Like a Rolling Stone. It is very iconic. I'm sure you heard a crowd member yelling Judas at Bob Dylan. It was because he had turned electric, and that was a very controversial decision at the time. You might not be able to hear it. You can kind of hear it in the recording, but I don't know if you actually did hear it. But after Bob Dylan said, I don't believe you, you're a liar. If you watch like the live video, you see him turn to the band and then like subtitled, but you can kind of hear him say it in the recording. He says, "Play it fucking loud," and then they just go into like a Rolling Stone, which I think is, I would call that aura. That's aura, bro. Especially with him in the, in the suit and the sunglasses and all that stuff. Like I think it was just, I don't know. It's just rock and roll, baby. Doing what you want, not really caring what other people think about it. Speaking of Bob Dylan, the band. Shout out the band. Shout out Levon Helm. I had a conversation with a customer in line. He was wearing a t-shirt, The Weight, and it said the band on it. I complimented on the shirt, and we talked about the band a little bit, and how Levon Helm is our favorite member. I don't know too much about the band. I'm not a band head like some people are out there. There are some people that are really into the band and sort of all the members and sort of the interrelation between them. But I really like Levon Helm the most. All my homies hate Robbie Robertson for various reasons. But also I wasn't there, so I can't really say what actually happened in the room where all those things happened. But that's going to conclude it for this week. It was a pretty chill week, pretty relaxed, pretty low key. Next week, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. I have a theory, so don't keep me to it. But I think next week's going to be about a certain filmmaker by the name of Greg Araki. Given that it's Pride Month, I think it would be a good time to kind of dive into a little bit of his work. And obviously his films and things were very influenced by music. And I think it's a great opportunity for me to kind of dive back into those films, especially during Pride Month. Shout out to somebody who may or may not have given me this idea. Well, that's it for this week. You can find me here on Paper Moon Radio, same time, same place, Thursday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to end this week's playlist off with probably with a great closing track, a closing track that I have enjoyed for a long time and kind of recently reappeared into my life. I listened to the Red House Painters cover. I didn't even realize it was a cover until I dug into the lyrics and then realized, oh shit, this is the Cars. So, anyway, that being said, let's listen and end the show off with the Cars. If it was good enough for the Cars to end their debut album off of, then it's good enough for me to end the show on that song. I'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.
She shadows me in the mirror. She never leaves on the light. And some things that I say to her, they just don't seem to bite. It's all mixed up. It's all mixed up. It's all mixed up. She tricks me into thinking I can't believe my eyes. I wait for her forever, but she never does arrive. It's all mixed up. It's all mixed up. It's all mixed up.